Velveteen Rabbit, illustrated by Phil Bliss and Jim Bliss, based on the original story by Marjorie Williams, read by Kevin Hunter.
One bright Easter morning, a boy woke up to find a wonderful basket waiting for him in his playroom. He was very excited. The basket was full of jelly beans, chocolate eggs, and marshmallow treats. But the best present of all was his new Velveteen Rabbit. The rabbit's coat was soft, and the inside of his ears were shiny satin. He was just the right size for the boy to cuddle. The boy hugged the rabbit close and gave him a kiss on his soft, velvety nose. The boy stayed in the playroom with the rabbit all day. He didn't play with any of his other toys. Soon it was dinner time, and the boy had to leave his rabbit in the playroom. Once he was gone, the other toys talked to the rabbit. A shiny robot asked, "What can you do?" "I don't know," replied the rabbit. "Well, I can walk back and forth," said the robot, "and someday I'm going to be real. Are you?" The rabbit turned to Old Horse. He was the oldest and wisest toy in the playroom. "What's real?" asked the rabbit. Old Horse smiled. "Real is when a child loves you very, very much for a long, long time," he replied. "It's when he loves you so much that your shiny coat grows dull and you don't look so new anymore." "Oh my!" exclaimed the rabbit. "When you are real, you don't care how you look because there's nothing better than being loved," said Old Horse. Just then the boy came into the playroom. "Come on, Bunny, it's bedtime," said the boy. The boy took the rabbit to bed with him and snuggled him close all night long. The rabbit felt warm and cozy. "This must be what it feels like to be loved," thought the rabbit. "Someday I am going to be real." One day the boy put the rabbit in his red wagon. "You seem to like that rabbit better than all your other toys," said the boy's mother. "He's not a toy, he's real," said the boy. The rabbit was so happy. "The boy really loves me," he thought, "and now I am real." The boy took the rabbit on a ride. When they got to the woods, the boy left the rabbit to search for treasures. Two strange creatures came out from behind the trees and hopped towards the rabbit. They had long back legs and brown fur. "What are you?" one of them asked, wrinkling his nose. "Why, I'm a rabbit just like you," said the Velveteen Rabbit. "Then why don't you play with us?" asked the other rabbit, hopping around. "You're not real." "But I am real. The boy told me so," said the Velveteen Rabbit. But the rabbits just giggled and hopped away. After a long time, the Velveteen Rabbit's fur had worn away from being hugged so much by the boy. Most of his fuzzy nose had been kissed away, and his satiny ears had lost their shine. But the rabbit was happy because he knew how much the boy loved him. One day, though, the boy became sick. He didn't want any of his toys anymore, not even the Velveteen Rabbit. The doctor told the boy's parents he needed to go away to the seaside to get better. On the day he left, the boy placed the rabbit under their favorite tree in the woods. "I want you to remember all the wonderful times we had together, Bunny," said the boy softly. When the boy went away, the rabbit became very sad. He became so sad that he began to cry. A real tear slid down his velveteen cheek and fell to the ground. Suddenly a flower grew out of the place where the rabbit's tear had fallen. Its white petals opened, and out stepped a beautiful fairy. "Do not cry," said the fairy. "I am the fairy of nursery magic. When toys have been loved by a child as much as the boy loved you, I make them real." And with that she kissed the Velveteen Rabbit. Suddenly the rabbit's nose began to twitch. Without thinking, he scratched it with his back leg. "I can move!" he cried. The rabbit began to hop and leap and jump for joy. "Now I am real!" he laughed. The rabbit hopped into the woods and became friends with the rabbits he had met there long ago. Many months later, the boy returned to his favorite tree. Suddenly a rabbit hopped out from behind. "You're my Velveteen Rabbit, aren't you?" asked the boy. The rabbit blinked at the boy, then hopped off into the woods. The boy smiled and said, "I always knew you were real." I'm Kevin Hunter. Thanks for listening.